Hi there, I'm Claire from Chancellor Coaching. Today, what I want to talk about is the Queen of Cups. Now, she comes forward with a beautiful, serene energy. Knowing that she's holding onto her cup there, she brings forward that emotional well being. She's a really good listener, and she doesn't just listen to what's being said, she listens to what's not being said. She makes for a phenomenal coach, healer, counselor, psychologist, somebody whose job it is to listen to others and to really make sense of what other people are trying to communicate and to bring in that sense of compassion and understanding to what that person is saying. Now, she will listen a lot, but she has very little to say. And we see that there with her cup that's actually got the lid on it. It's a very ornate card. And it's the one there that's got two angels there standing by that wisdom of what's within that, the essence and the secrets of what's in the cup. She has the cliffs behind her. Now, the cliffs represent that refuge, that safe place to retrieve from all of those rough emotional waters. She has the pebbles at her feet. Now, the pebbles are indicating that she's maybe gone through some while they might be small, she's gone through some rough times in the past. She's may have even been inconvenienced to be able to achieve what she wants to achieve. When we think about walking on rough pebbles, is your focus on the pain of pushing down, or can you bring your focus to the foot that's not pushing down on the pebbles? These are some of the questions and the themes that are going on for the Queen of Cups. Are you focused on the pain, or are you focused on the emotional well-being, focused on what can bring you that enlightenment and that joy? And talking about enlightenment, there's a lot of symbology in this card that indicates that she has an amazing ability to tap into multidimensional worlds, multidimensional lives, past lives. We see that with the cherubs on her throne that represent, they look like mermaids, which would take us back to worlds like Atlantis, Sirius, and other places there. She has an ability to really channel in that creative energy from the spirit world. She's one of my favorites, absolutely. The blue sky in the background, of course, it's a bright sunny day, blue skies ahead where, the tough challenges or the emotional challenges are behind us. There's that sense of really being humble and releasing the control just to connect back into that healing, beautiful water. Now, when we think of this card in a relationship kind of reading, this is a woman who's never far from her partner. She has the emotional fulfillment within that connection with him. Like they're really quite close. They share a quality friendship, and she knows how to listen to her heart space and be really open and generous with her heart space. This can also represent that she's got to be careful not to bottle up her emotions with that lid and her lack of speaking up. There's sometimes a difficulty for her to share her wisdom, but she's very, very big giver to make sure other people are okay around her. She's not the type of person who's just going to open up to anybody, but she will be able to listen to anybody. I can't emphasize that one enough. Now, if this card comes up in reverse, it's telling you that you're spending too much of your own energy taking care of others. It's kind of turning into a resentful pattern, and you don't know how to get out of that drama, out of that smothering feeling. It's saying that there's difficulty putting in boundaries and for the other person to actually respect that and to feel heard and like those boundaries are okay. With those types of dynamics, you can feel kind of like you're being guilted into doing things that are not really what you want to do. And with that guilt comes that drained energy, not having enough energy for yourself at the end of the day. With these kind of limiting emotions, with the card coming up in reverse, it can bring forward things like tinea, thrush. That's how resentment shows up, is kind of like that, those fungal kind of issues. You can also develop like a cough because you're too scared to express your boundaries. It's quite innate with human nature. If somebody's coughing, you're going to pull away. And so, if you're not able to articulate your boundaries, you may actually manifest in health issues. On a different level, it can represent fertility issues. It can represent, ancestral trauma, needing to clear on the past lives where maybe somebody got rejected as a child or adopted or something like that, and that ancestral memory has followed through into this lifetime, where there's a level of fear that's like, oh, not sure if I want to bring children into this world when I feel so rejected myself. If you actually do the unconscious work with that, that can be cleared away really, really quickly. So, so Queen of Cups, with everything that we've outlined about who she is, the emotional being, the upliftment, the good listener, the giving, maybe an empath, ability to tap into multidimensional worlds, this card is telling you that it's time to take the lead and bring in the healing for yourself. It's time to actually get your calendar and book in that time for just you, to recharge, not about anybody else, and just to receive that yumminess of being nurtured and being cared for. So if this card is coming up for a reading, you know, let your sitter know that, like, while their spirit world acknowledges how much of a giver they are, they've got a beautiful, generous soul, that part of their purpose being here is to bring in that balance of the give and the receive. Not an easy lesson for an empath to learn, but it's definitely what this card is telling us to be aware of. I really hope that helps, and I will talk to you later.